What's the fastest way to build $1 million business? Right now, it's easier than ever to become a millionaire. In fact, I have clients who have done it in as short of a year. You can do it as well. If you just watch this 4-part video series, we're gonna break down step by step exactly what you need in order to build your first $1 million business. Once you know how to do this, you can do this again and again and again. So we're gonna head over to one of my favorite cafes, sit down, and I'm gonna give you guys the exact blueprint we've used to do this over 100 times for clients. Let's hit it. Before we get too far in this series, I want to share some clips of clients who have been through this exact process, and they can tell you about their experience, so you're not just taking it from me, you can see the results because the proof is in the pudding.
Mike has the process, he's got the tools, he's got the team and the support to help take you to that next level, and you can't do it alone. So you need to be able to connect with the people that can help get you to the next level, and Mike has been that for us.
So we started working with you guys, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Like right now we're doing about 70K a month with me collecting it all. Our next phase is like 70 to 100K a month with our guys collecting that revenue.
I think in the first 2 weeks, we just crossed $24,000 in sets collected. So those are sets that your team, that, you know, our new team now have set for land and that have closed.
The feeling when you make a sale and you're doing like something completely different, you're like, wow, I was just on the toilet and I closed a 9K. This is awesome.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's really cool.
We've normalized what it feels like to make 70 grand in sales per month with our own personal production. Now we're at the phase in our business where we want to normalize what it's like to make 30, 40, 50, 70 in other people's production.
Hi, it's Alric Heck from Ad Outreach here, and I wanted to give a massive shout out and testimonial for Mike Mark and his team at Coaching Sales for their help finding high caliber, high quality closers to join my team to help me hit my goals. We just had a record-breaking month. We did $685,000 in revenue in 1 month. Out of our 8-person sales team, 7 of those team members came from Mike Mark. We've been working with Mike Mark for actually about, 8-9 months now, I believe. It's just been absolutely incredible. So if you guys are thinking about working with Mike Mark and their team to find your next closer, your next high-ticket closer or specialist, then it's a great team to work with, and I give them my recommendation.
What's the first thing that you need when you want to build $1 million business? In this video, we are going to answer that exact question. Most people are going to make this way more complicated than it needs to be. In fact, it's actually quite simple. Remember though, simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, it means simple. And our goal is to keep things simple, because if it's simple, then you can do it. If it's complex, then it's going to make your life a lot more difficult. And what makes this complex is when you add a lot of stuff that you don't need to do. So just as important as it is to know what to do, you need to know what not to do. And in fact, that's even more important in my opinion. Whenever I hire a mentor, which I hire mentors for pretty much anything if I want to learn something faster, whenever I hire a mentor, my first question for them is, what are the most common mistakes that beginners will make, or what are the most common mistakes that people will make when they go to solve this problem? Getting that exact answer is going to be a game changer for you, and that's what I want to make sure that you are exactly aware of inside of this video. So what is the thing that you need in order to really build $1 million business fast? It's quite simple. You need a high ticket offer. Now, in order to sell high ticket services, a lot of people are gonna think they need things that you do not need. And I'm gonna cover kind of the list of what beginners think they need to have in place, but you simply don't. And I'm gonna even break down some examples of what I've done in the past and mistakes I've made, as well as what I'm doing now currently that's working. So number one, you don't need a website. Shocker. Don't even think about a website. Don't worry about a website. It's just completely unnecessary to have a website. In fact, we just launched a new business that we acquired this past month, and we've started selling the product with no website. So you don't need a website, and it's just a waste of time, and it's gonna make you feel like you're doing something, but it's not creating any additional value. Number two, you don't need a logo. Nobody's gonna ask you for your logo. Nobody cares about your logo. I've never had anyone go, Mike, where's your logo? They don't care. It's just simply, they don't care. Number three, you're not gonna need business cards. In 2021, I've had 0 people ask me for a business card over the past 7 years. Business cards are just a way to say, here, throw this away for me. because now nobody even wants your business card. They're just gonna ask you for your social profiles, if that. Really, all you need to do is give them an email or a phone number. And guess what? You don't need a vanity email. You don't need yourname@domainname.com. It's not necessary in the beginning. All you need is just a simple Gmail and then your own phone number. You won't need more than that. The other thing that you're not gonna need is you don't need to incorporate your business. You don't need a business bank account, not when you're starting. It's something that you'll do once you start to make sales and you get quick momentum because you want to legitimize what you're doing. But in the beginning, business cards, websites, logos, incorporating business bank accounts, that's what we call playing business. Really, a business is truly created when someone exchanges money in order to get a good or a service, right? That's the foundation of all the economy, is a transaction. So if I need something and I give you money for a good or a service, which is the easiest way to sell a good or a service is to solve a problem. The minute that transaction occurs, we now are in business. Because without a customer, you don't have a business. But once you've created a customer, wham, you're in business, baby. How this works, we have one of my clients that we've worked with over the past several years. He started his business when he was like 16 in high school. Right now he's 21 and he just hit the Inc. 5000. They do over $1 million a month as a 22-year-old, and he's someone we've worked with over the past couple of years to help them really build up and scale their sales team. He did all of this stuff in the beginning. He didn't need any of the stuff that we're talking about. He just got out there in the marketplace, solved a big problem. Even as a 16-year-old kid, he was able to do this stuff. So age is not a factor. All these things that you think you need to be credible, it's not a factor. All you really need to do is pick one big problem that you want to solve, do it for one person, and get really good at communicating and coming up with whatever your offer is in order to solve that. And in the next video, we're gonna go more in depth on actually creating that offer, creating message market match. But for this video, I want you to take a moment and really ask yourself, do I believe that I can build a product that solves a big problem and that I could charge thousands of dollars for? If you feel doubt in yourself, it's okay. We all feel that doubt in the beginning. Most people that we work with the first time that they charge that much, they don't even believe it. They just say the number and they get the deal and then they're blown away. So don't worry, you are not alone if you do feel nervous, if you do feel like, I don't know if I can do that, because at the end of the day, we can. Even 13-year-old kids do that. I have another client, he works with someone and he helped mentor a 13-year-old kid to do exactly this. So now you know what you need. You need to solve a big problem and you need to charge premium prices for solving that problem. What you don't need, you now know that too. You don't need a business bank account. You don't need an LLC. You don't need any of the things that you think you need, like a website, a domain name, or any of that stuff. What we want to focus on is who are we going to solve this problem for? What problem are we going to solve? And then charging a significant amount of money so it makes it worth your while. In this video, we've covered exactly what you need in terms of building your high ticket offer. In the next video, we're gonna talk about the message market match, which is really the code that we need to crack in order to start to unlock a profitable and scalable business.